bonjour et re-bienvenue à Starfield. On se retrouve ici dans les Deep Mines. Ah non, ça je l'avais déjà checké. J'ai aussi vérifié entre les épisodes pour l'affaire du livre là, des Dragon Force. Il y en a 30. C'est pas comme un Always Repeater Quest, là. C'est pas comme un Radiant Quest. Mais il y en a 30. 30. Pas 8, pas 9, 30. Puis ce que tu as à la fin, ben tu as la collection des livres pour mettre à quelque part. Yay. Fait que, ouais, je vais probablement plus le faire, mais quand même.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Oh, good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Pourquoi que je me sens comme... Pourquoi que j'ai l'impression que c'est... Je commence à avoir l'impression que c'est genre... Il me niaise, là. Peut-être... Deposit de hematite... Quoi ça? Ah, c'est ça un Kodama? 25. C'est un...
Better we get it than someone else.
C'est un fast firing. Ok, dans le thresher. Ouh. Shock Troop Pack. Pas du Trans Battery, Molecular Sieve. Ah. Sieve, whatever. 183. Ouais, tu sais, ça, je vais probablement le vendre, là, mais comme... Shock Troop Space Helmet. Oh, je pense que j'ai pas le... Fuck, je pense que j'ai le reste, mais j'ai pas lui. Attends, 7800, 4000... 10 000... Ceux qui sont... Non, ça c'est le mien. On s'entend que je sais pas pour 1400 là, mais 1060, 5000. Microgun, tu vas le garder parce que c'est un freaking minigun. Mais c'est dans la catégorie des heavy, fait que je suis pas tant. Il y en a un ici pour 3000 qui coûte 4, voilà. Puis là on est plein, fait qu'on peut plus vraiment ramasser rien. Deposit
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
Avec une petite gorgée de café. Data collection slot. C'est quoi ça en haut? Employee exit key. Ah, ça va probablement être utile. Hematite data. Contact Cambridge.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it.
Ah,
I'll be waiting at the circle.
Ce que je viens de trouver, puis j'ai vraiment l'impression que le gars c'est comme un... Il y a quelque chose de pas clean là-dedans, là. Je vais lui donner, je vais comme lui donner... C'est quoi ça? Unknown. Non, c'était ça. Structure. Ah, j'ai pas scanné masse. Structure. Ouais, ben là, ça me tente pas de marcher 1500 mètres, là. Fait qu'on va juste faire... C'est quoi ça? Ship. Je sais pas c'est quoi. Mais, Cydonia. Let's go! là, check ben ça. Il va arriver, il va faire yes, ta, puis là, genre, il va le garder pour lui. Ou... Je vais aller voir c'est quoi la dette avant. Parce que si sa dette c'est sérieusement genre 4000$ ou 2000$, je vais juste la fucking payer. Là on l'a fait la chose, là, on a le data pour le gars en plus, ce serait un bonus. Mais comme je suis curieux de voir, elle remonte à combien la dette.
Stay away from the sixth circle unless you're a minor.
You the trade authority.
Was there something else?
How much is the debt? How much does Percival owe you?
I don't recall the exact figure.
No, man.
If you're feeling charitable.
Yeah, I want to pay.
Do you now? Let me take a look at his... Here, his current balance. And do remember, all transactions are final.
Ok, 21 000, ça commence... ouais. Ben, je pourrais le payer, mais comme là, je comprends, là.
Understandable. Now, was there anything else I could help you with?
Non, non, I'll be good.
Be my guest.
Ça aurait été 4 000, 5 000, ok, fine, je l'aurais fait, là, mais comme 21 000, bon, on va aller finir le... On va aller finir la quête de même, là. Mais comme, c'est ça, je sais pas si je... Je sais pas si je suis en train de comme fourrer le monde.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's got to be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
Is the ice too cold? Okay. Okay, ouais. Why I could sell ice to a cold guy. No, I can give it a whirl, sure.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output.
Sweet.
Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Une affaire que j'ai oublié de faire, par exemple. Je voulais me faire un... Parce que là, j'ai ramassé l'argent de Grand. Mais il me semble qu'il me manquait des ingrédients pour faire le meatloaf. Le family meatloaf, là. Quelque chose que je vais vouloir faire. C'est pas super compliqué, c'est comme de la viande, c'est de la viande, des légumes, puis...
Was there something else?
Always. I have a business proposal for you, a lucrative one.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Turn aqueous hematite into liquid credits with my patented new phenomenon. No. A chem made from aqueous hematite. I call it pick me up.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
Makes your miners more efficient. You got the data here to prove it. Ouais, ça c'est comme juste too much, là. On va comme être quand même level avec lui, là. Make your miners more efficient. I've got the data here to prove it.
An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard.
Not anymore. Oh, those spacers are very, very dead. You're welcome.
Is that so?
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work. Bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials. The licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our
Voyons, le
image
gars
with the
vient de pogner un
general
bonheur sur la table.
populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Clear Percival's debt.
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have
J'aurais
a
demandé
deal
beaucoup
then.
plus de credits que ça,
And
mais
here.
genre, ah.
A finder's fee from the authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain.
Alright, bon.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits between the hours of 0600 and 1800 local time.
Alright, hello.
Yeah?
Took care of Percival's debt.
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose.
Yes.
He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit. But we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those drakes.
Yep.
Yeah, the pass key. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Yeah, oh, 500 credits. Toi, as-tu encore d'autres choses à me dire?
I'm just gonna wait until that drug's in production. Then I'm telling everyone Percival and I saved Mars. Oh, and you, of course.
Man, moi, je m'en fous. I don't care about myself. I'm the protagonist. Protagonist. Qu'est-ce que... Ah, c'est celle-là. Je peux-tu le voir? Deep Mines Employee Exit. Travel. Remain generally unbiased and objective through multiple... Ah ouais.
It's got a certain charm to it.
It's a freaking Mars. Là, c'est ça. Je pense que j'ai le même problème que j'avais avant. Extreme Solar Radiation, il est encore pogné. Tu vois, je suis en dedans. C'est par où qu'on s'en va, là? Je suis comme en dedans, puis il est encore comme pogné là. Je pense que j'ai un autre... J'ai vérifié aussi depuis que j'ai installé le mod, puis que j'ai enlevé le... J'ai enlevé mon autre status effect, là.
That is a serious mining operation. I can't imagine.
Tout, t'es sur Mars. Comme The Mining Town. Ah, voilà. Ouais, c'est ça, j'ai checké, puis j'ai pogné l'achievement pour avoir Supra et Ultra, là, pour avoir Join et Vanguard. Fait que ça veut dire que ça fonctionne. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Ouais, c'est du back and forth, back and forth. Là, je vais arriver là, qu'est-ce qui va se passer? Avec un peu de chance, rien. J'essaye dessus. On va faire un quick save.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a good reason to stop drilling.
Oui, ah, ça marche très bien. T'as un gap, mais je veux dire, t'es capable de faire... C'était le Tam Peach. Oh, Expert. J'en ai 3 ici. Oh, là, j'ai 2 places pour ça. Ok. Là, le top, par exemple, j'ai juste 2. Ah, puis j'ai pas de 2. Si je regarde mes pics, là, j'ai des 1, j'ai des 3, j'ai des 4, mais j'ai pas de 2. Fait que ça veut dire que le seul affaire que je peux faire, c'est ça. Puis ça. Ensuite, toi, si je te mets là, toi, t'es juste en bas, toi, t'es n'importe où, toi, t'es là. Fait que si toi, t'es comme ça, toi... Ah, toi, tu pourrais être comme ça, mais je pense que ça marchera pas. Ça veut dire qu'il faudrait que je te mette... Ah non, je pourrais te mettre de même. Là, je mets lui. Fait que là, j'ai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Puis j'ai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pins. Ok. Fait que là, si je peux faire celui du milieu sans avoir le 1, ce serait parfait. Attends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. J'ai 1, 2, 3, 4. Où je fais lui. Ah, lui. Ah non, ça marche pas, hein. Ou si je fais ça, ça marche pas non plus. Fait que la seule place que ça peut être, lui, c'est là. Fait que là, j'en aurais besoin un que c'est 3 coches, un à côté de l'autre, puis un. Mais ça serait ça. Puis si je le mets de même, tu vois, ça marche pas. On a déjà, il est déjà ça l'interfère. Fait qu'on a 2 ici. Comme je disais, lui, faut que j'aille 3 coches, une à côté de l'autre. Fait que ça l'exclut. Ça l'exclut lui parce que j'ai pas ce genre de... J'ai pas ce genre d'affaires là. Qu'est-ce que j'ai dans le troisième en bas là? Quand même non. Ah, j'ai de même j'ai 1. Oh, ok, ouais. Fait que j'ai lui qui fit en bas. Puis 1. Oh, je suis pas sûr que c'est faisable dans ce cas-là. Attends, si je fais ça... Ah oui, c'est faisable. Ouais, ok, c'est faisable. Avec lui. Puis lui. Après ça, je fais ça. Puis là, mon petit dernier, je peux le mettre là. Ouh, ok, ouais. J'étais comme dans ma tête, j'étais là, j'étais, oh, ok, ça marchera pas, là. Control Rod. Ah, ok. Calibrated Shock Troop. Mais là, je vais faire Inventory. Helmet. J'ai Calibrated Shock Troop Space Helmet ou juste Shock Troop Space Helmet. On va l'enlever, lui. J'étais à 188, par exemple. J'ai-tu des affaires que je pourrais me débarrasser? Nuclear Fuel Rod à 5. Control Rod, je le laisse-tu là? J'ai un petit des weapons ici qui est Beowulf 4000, 1700. Calibrated Grendel 1720. On va en enlever un autre. Parfait. Au cas où le gars me donne de quoi là? Un peu catalyst simulant. Quoi ça? Man, c'est sûr qu'on va en avoir de besoin. Quoi? Ok, non.
Sure,
Oh.
just keep grabbing everything. What could go wrong?
J'aime bien que Sam il est juste comme qu'est-ce que tu fais? À quoi que je pourrais y en donner? Oui, je vais te donner. Sam?
I don't know about you.
That's
I'll
great.
carry anything you need. Well, within reason.
Sam, je vais te donner mes ressources parce que. Ah, ok. Sam aussi, il va falloir qu'on check quel gun qu'il y a puis qu'on lui donne de quoi de mieux. Parce que ça, j'ai comme. Pour avoir le drug, ça serait utile. C'est-tu le Hallus Cutter qui est juste mauvais? Ok, là, j'ai passé 100 au complet, là. Il y a quoi qui se passe, là, qui marche pas, là? On va s'en ramasser un paquet, là. Donc là, on va tout leur voler le accuracy de tête. Fait que là, j'ai clearé la dette, mais genre le gars, il en aura pas. Ah! Il n'y aura pas rien. Parce que je vais tout avoir piqué. Mais non, c'est pas de même que ça marche. Hein?
Man, you gotta give it to the Red Devils. They had class.
Hadrian. J'ai pas de... Là, je bouge beaucoup, là, mais j'essaie juste de voir si j'en ai pas d'autres du... Accuracy, ma tête. Yeah, stop. Ok, stop. J'avoue que c'est quand même assez intense, là. Il y a de quoi par là-bas. Là, on descend jusqu'en bas, probablement. On va aller voir le gars, là. On ira explorer après. Et une petite caverne. Hello. Allô? Qui est là?
You must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it. I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor.
Yep.
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
I got a tissue sample analyzed, full workup.
Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that?
Yes, sir.
Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at?
C'est un quest, voyons, un guild quest. Taos Gourmet, own free range, 100% human fed theromorph cells. Non, il est pas 100%, on l'a vu manger un autre animal, fait que c'est pas ça. Theromorph cells from a world too young to have one.
A fast-growing pteromorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me?
Hadrian Sanan.
Hadrian. She gave you this?
Oui.
If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Yay! Restricted area by order of the armistice. No trespassing beyond this point.
The Red Devils. Lots of stories, terrible stories, about these guys. course, you ask a UC Patriot, they're all heroes.
J'aime ça qu'il parlait comme s'il avait encore son suit. Les petits détails
I'm
de
gonna
même.
ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
Alright.
Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Yes, sir. Ah ouais. Analyse-les, là.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. Just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate.
Uh-oh.
Hadrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Samples on a fake I collected from
Can't
Terramorph
just
myself.
humor an old man, huh?
No.
This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Ouais, on l'a vu. On l'a vu dans le Sounds Familiar
It
hier.
was a city wiped completely off the map by Terramorphs. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Talsetti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
That is the definition of an existential threat. Dear Lord.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Orders are to take you in that analysis to Hadrian. She should be waiting in the sixth circle. Get your boots on. Were they being trying to slow me? Said Londinian was massive, right? Was... Ah, on va te poser la question. You said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terramorph so scary?
Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Orders are to take you in that analysis to Hadrian.
The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now.
Yeah, you and me
Here,
both.
faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Ouais, je m'attendais pas à voir... Je m'attendais pas à voir comme un existential threat, genre dans la quête des Vanguard, là. Tu sais, considérant que la quête des Rangers, c'était juste comme un ancien unit des Rangers qui font de la merde, là. Là, on est où, là? On va aller à Cydonia. Cydonia.
Being in UC territory always makes me nervous.
T'es avec moi, mon gars, t'es correct. On est du Constellation. On va aller trouver l'autre. C'est combien de temps, là? Oh, il reste encore du temps. Il reste encore un masse de temps. Et comme je dois dire, c'est ça, je m'attendais pas à avoir comme des stakes aussi hauts que ça.
Almost break time.
Fait que là, c'est-tu genre... Il a dit genre, il n'y a pas d'évidence que ça a été transporté par vaisseau. Fait que ça veut dire que
My
les
brother
Terramorphs sont en train de changer, en train
and
d'évoluer.
he said Deimos is going out of
J'aimerais
business.
ça justement qu'on ait plus d'informations, qu'on soit capable de trouver c'est quoi la cause des Terramorphs, puis...
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Ouais, tu sais, puis moi j'ai eu le OK de mes supérieurs de juste follow this thread, là.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
All
Makes
in a
two of
day's
us.
work.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
A little more gunfire than I usually like on medieval jobs, but nothing... Ok. Ouais, ça, a little more gunfire, ouais. C'est bon, ça.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
If all you need is someone to charm some higher-ups, I'm your gal. Doesn't sound like any run-of-the-mill data you're after. Think you owe me an explanation. Ouais, on sait c'est quoi les Hermetis. Au moins, on a passé à travers l'historique, genre, dans les Vanguard au début, là. Fait qu'on sait c'est quoi le cabinet, on sait c'est quoi aussi. C'est genre le gouvernement, essentiellement le gouvernement, genre, du UC. Doesn't sound like you need the run-of-the-mill data. I think you owe me an explanation. Why?
Of course. You deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Ouais, j'avais déjà catché ça.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare.
On a vu une de ces
A practice
facilities-là.
that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
What does that make to you now? The UC is going to throw me in prison for helping you? Ouais, c'est ça.
No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise.
Yeah, good enough.
Our damage has been done for a long time.
Ben ça, je le savais, là. On s'en est rendu compte qu'il était le le Xeno Weapons, c'est ça? Still doesn't explain what this Terramorph data is doing in the archives.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramorphs on the battlefield.
Holy
The
shit.
project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the colony war.
On a vu au début du jeu.
Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Alright. Not sure about you keeping information from me. I don't care. Think about this. Why wouldn't the Mais non, mais why wouldn't the cabinet agree to help us? Sérieusement, là, comme... C'est le freaking armistice, là. Okay, let's go talk to this cabinet.
Alright. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Alright.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Mast would like to join Sidonia in celebrating over 275 years of living on Mars. The United Colonies are proud to support the citizens of Sidonia.
Eyewitness. Ouais, ça c'est ça, Media Sponge là. On en a 30 à faire, fait, je pense pas que je vais le faire vraiment. Peut-être le faire un petit peu une fois de temps en temps, là, mais... C'est tout le temps la même chose. Si tu vas chercher le livre. Ouais, ok, I guess on va faire ça là, Eyewitness. On peut peut-être aller voir si Sergeant Yumi a quelque chose à me donner. Shoot. On va aller voir si Sergeant Yumi a de quoi me donner avant. The Lodge. New Atlantis. Faudrait que je passe sur le bon piton. Wow. Je sais pas c'était quoi cette espèce d'hallucination là qu'on a vu là.
I barely ever visited here before I joined Constellation.
Ah oui, on va vendre nos shit.
Hey, what can I...
Weapons, on le vend. Pure Wolf, on le vend. Ok, Kodama. Tu sais, quand j'arrive à 25 physical, ça arrivera pas proche. Grosse... C'est 59. Ah, quoi que lui fait 81. Ah, excusez-moi. Ah, Shortscope, excellent magazine, doubles the base magazine capacity, mais comme 59, on sera pas capable de le rendre à 81 parce que j'en avais un à 99. Il n'y a pas de boost de dommages ou rien, fait que c'est sûr qu'on... Ah, sérieusement... J'ai dit de quoi que je peux vendre? 88, ouais, c'est ça, Kodama, Unified Drum Beat, Physical 10. Microgun, ça c'est cool par exemple. Fire Rate 350. Ce que tu peux faire pour moi, c'est rien. C'est mettre plus d'argent dans le kiosque pour que je puisse vendre plus d'affaires.
Nice day, huh? You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Et on le sait, on le sait, on le sait. Je vais juste aller voir sur Yumi s'il y a de quoi là.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Yay! Je suis un freaking Vanguard là, c'est con. Yumi!
Ah, crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
You have any work?
Not right now, Captain. I might have something for you later. See you later.
Yumi, y a pas rien pour moi. On va peut-être passer au commercial. Commercial District. Là, je suis d'accord que c'est de la broute-broute, là, mais une fois de temps en temps, c'est bon de la regarder, de se rappeler que ce jeu-là, c'est beaucoup de grind, puis beaucoup de... Mais c'est pas beaucoup de grind, mais comme... Le loop, c'est genre, tu vas à une place, tu murders du monde, après ça, tu reviens, tu lootes leurs affaires, tu reviens, tu vends tes shit, puis tu te fais de l'argent avec. C'est comme ça que je suis rendu avec 500 quelques mille, là. Ben ça puis toutes les quests là, mais genre je me suis fait plus d'argent avec les...
report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have...
Ok, ouais, ça on l'a déjà entendu. C'est correct. I'd like to see.
Oh, well, certainly.
Puis là je veux sell weapons. Mais tu sais quand c'est comme... Tu vois, je viens de vider son inventaire. Incendiary Combat Knife. Physical 16. Montanto, c'est quoi? Physical 40. Ça vaut même pas la peine. Non. Kodama, Magpulse. C'est comme difficile de vendre les affaires quand ils ont juste 5000. Non, je buy ammo. 43 Ultra Mag. Je me rappelle jamais c'est quoi. Heavy Particle Fuse. 9 points. Vendor Cell. Bon, ben là, je vais être capable de vendre le reste de mes affaires, là. Kodama. Magpulse. Les échos 92. Ah, 92 versus 267. C'est pas considéré un pistol. Hey, Fire Rate 17. Pistol. Ça, c'est un rifle. Je vais le tester, voir. Je vais le garder, je vais le tester. Les Beowulf, je sais que ça, je suis comme dépassé ça. Old Earth Assault Rifle. Damn, c'est un AK-47. On dirait pas que c'est pas des guns qui durent. Refine Grendel, c'est plus Beowulf. Ok, fait que là, le Racing Gun. Heavy Fuse, ça c'est correct. 43 Ultra Mag. 43 MI. 9.39. On n'est pas 43, il n'y en avait plus. 9.39, il n'y en a pas. Bon, ok, c'est assez.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Hey. Les ressources, je vais pas les vendre, je vais les ramener à mon outpost, là. Au moins, on s'est éclairé de la place un petit peu. Là, je vais aller au mast. On va y aller plus vite, là. Allez. On a fini ce petit bout-là.
Captain! Over here!
Hello.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Vae Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians.
Okay.
Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
I said you're a clone of a man?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Ben, d'un côté, on pourrait dire que c'est ton père, là. Are there other certain programs still out there?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
Alright. Ouais, Vae Victus, mais c'était pas tant un gentil Vae Victus, là, de ce que j'ai compris. I'm more interested in what has to do with us addressing the cabinet.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Mais le gars, c'est un asshole dans le fond. Comme il disait, il voulait exécuter, tu sais, il voulait... Tu sais, c'est le genre de choses qu'on voit dans les films ou dans les histoires, là. Le gars, c'est un brilliant strategist, mais comme... Il a zéro empathie, il a zéro... C'est un psychopathe complet. Fait que lui, il dit, s'il faut que je sacrifie 10 000 personnes pour atteindre l'objectif, on va l'atteindre l'objectif. What did your father do to merit being his good? Ouais, on n'a pas tant entendu parler, genre...
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the colony war to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
Wow, ok. C'est lui qui a fait ça. I thought my family was messed up. Man, ta famille est pas messed up. Come on, ma famille est great. Mes parents sont absolument adorables. Using me to distract them. Non, on va pas être si chiant que ça, là. I'm not sure I can blame them. This family of yours doesn't sound like they paragon of virtue. No, you're not your father. If the commander doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that.
C'est la bonne réponse à
I just
faire.
thought you
Sam
deserved
aimait
to
ça, là,
know,
mais...
considering how much you've done already.
I certainly understand what a burden unwanted family legacy can be at times.
Ah, j'avoue que Sam aimait ça.
Good or bad.
They do find a way of injecting themselves into your lives, don't they? Just our lot, I suppose. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast.
J'aime ça que comme
Or
les...
if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time.
Yep.
No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Ok. J'aime ça que, tu sais, quand comme là, Sam, il a donné un commentaire, puis elle, on la voit, elle s'est tournée, puis elle a parlé à Sam. Elle me parlait plus à moi. J'aime ça parce que c'est arrivé qu'on le voit constamment, là, quand j'ai des compagnons avec moi. Ça, c'est un petit détail que j'aime bien dans le jeu, là. Your eyes are red, is that a result of the cloning process? My eyes are red, too.
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Ouais, ça je le crois plus ou moins parce que comme... Ouais, c'est pas tant comme ça que la physique fonctionne, c'est pas tant comme ça que les choses fonctionnent, mais bon. C'est-à-dire que moi aussi j'aurais fait un stint dans les mines. Ah, quoi que moi j'étais un mineur au début du jeu, fait que ça pourrait expliquer mes yeux rouges. Tell me any more about your father, mais je pense pas qu'elle va le savoir.
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the colony war, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Any suggestions on what I should say to the cabinet?
It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience.
J'avoue, tu fais juste dire la vérité, tu réponds aux questions, puis tu te fermes la gueule sinon. So honestly, what are the risks of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons.
Non, on l'a vu.
The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Ah, c'est bon. Ouais, let's go.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Alright, let's go.
Here we go.
Qu'est-ce que j'allais dire? Ça, on l'a vu au début du jeu, genre où est-ce qu'il y avait les pirates, là, où est-ce qu'il y avait le Crimson Fleet. Mais attends, je vais voir si... Ah non, là, ça en est super lentement. On l'a vu, là, ils ont essayé de capturer un Terramorph pour faire un Xeno-Weapon, puis ça a juste pas fonctionné parce que le Xenomorph, il est... Hello, t'es qui, toi?
Yes.
Un Masked Functionary. Alright, let's do this.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Thanks, don't keep my ship fueled, ma'am. Non, on va essayer de faire les bonnes choses, là. Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Remind me what's kept in the archives. No, I'm just talking about what happened. Hadrian's the one with the grand plans. Now we need the archival data to find a way to stop a possible Terramorph apocalypse. We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
More than a fucking Terramorph? No, I don't know what I was told. It wiped out the colony, it never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming. Mais en même temps, comme le gars il dit, it wiped out the colony that never saw it coming. That's a pretty alarming. Yeah, ok, mais comme le gars il dit, genre c'est juste une attaque, ça arrive depuis des générations. C'est une tragédie, mais c'est pas. This tissue matched the ones from Londinian. C'est surtout ça.
Just taking our word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yes. Percy would wait. See if no. Say if there's a chance it could happen elsewhere. No. Yes, if the fear is the data being weaponized, the Terramorph program failed. The data is not dangerous. Ça c'est ce qu'elle m'a dit au début. Like oui.
And that data may be the key to stopping untold suffering. Greater good is calling. You gotta pick up.
Yep.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point?
Boom.
Is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
Boom!
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Oh.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
What?
Terramorphs?
Non, il y a quelqu'un qui est en train de les weaponiser, là.
Just as predicted.
Good God. Holy, we need to move.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Holy shit, je m'attendais vraiment pas à ça.
The local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Man, ton nearest anti-Xeno squad, c'est moi.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Yeah, ça c'est un bon point. C'est une bonne place pour arrêter ça là. Holy shit! Je m'attendais vraiment pas à cette escalation-là. Alright. Bon, ben, on se revoit la prochaine fois. On va finir cette mission-là. On va aller tuer des xénomorphes. Pas des xénomorphes, des xénomorphes, c'est les aliens, là. Des terramorphes. Donc, sur ce, on se revoit la prochaine fois pour un autre épisode de Stellaris. Non, c'est pas Stellaris. Pourquoi j'ai dit Stellaris? Je me mélange tout le temps. Pour un autre épisode de Starfield. Donc, au revoir.